Welcome to the Goose Riot Bad Movies podcast.
Woo!
My name is Chad, and I will be your host on this glorious evening. Tonight's episode is episode 14, and it's called I Can Eat a Peach for Hours. Alongside me today. God damn it.
We'll get to it.
No, fucking say what you want to say.
It was really creepier.
Thank you.
Nick Cage.
Thank you for interrupting my introduction to talk about how creepy Nick Cage is. We all know how creepy Nick Cage is. We saw the movie.
Not creepy at all.
To my left is...
Would you let him eat your brown peach?
Yes. Continue.
Mike.
Gosh.
What's a brown peach?
Probably slightly different than the pink variety. My name's Tanner.
Sounds like the chocolate-covered
And
starfish.
Dave.
Yeah, I don't know if it was that or if it was just
Mine's not a
lady of
peach, it's
another
a pear.
color.
It's a nice brown pear.
What?
I don't know.
What does that even mean?
What
I mean,
have
shut
you
the
been
fuck up
eating,
and let me
man?
do this.
I bet yours looks like a kiwi.
What?
Got little seeds in it.
Green and hairy?
Yeah, green and hairy.
Really fuzzy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Ask your mom.
Old
She'll tell you.
gangrene asshole. Oh, nice.
Why would my mom look at your butthole?
Pegging.
Even
I
if
let her.
you're-
I let her peg me. That's why.
All right, fair enough.
She's got to know what she's about to dive dick deep into.
My mom has a dick?
Yep.
That answers a lot.
Things you learn.
Yeah.
Goose Riot, ladies and gentlemen. Dropping knowledge.
So what movie did we watch this week?
This week we watched Face Off with Nicolas Cage, played Castor Troy.
Yeah.
Why are you throwing your hands up? Oh,
Face off.
Face.
Face
I
You
wanna
want to
take
take
his
his face
off.
off.
John Travolta, who played Sean Archer, the good guy.
He hasn't been in too many.
No,
John Travolta?
John
Never
who?
heard of him before.
he went full retard in that one and never went back.
Yeah.
Was that Phenomenon? Yeah,
I think
Phenomenon.
that was all of
He
them.
didn't, no, he was really
Might have
smart.
When
been
he had a
Saturday Night
tumor?
Fever.
No, I thought he
He was
was.
Professor X
No,
in
no,
that
no.
one.
He was like savant in.
No, I'm pretty sure
Phenomenon.
he was just like
Yeah,
no,
average
he wasn't retarded.
intelligence.
No, I thought he was retarded.
No.
Retarded.
What movie was he retarded in?
I don't think
Look
he's
who's
ever
talking.
played retarded guy.
Well,
He was an infant.
no, he
Pulp
played-
Fiction.
played
He was retarded in Pulp
something, I think.
Fiction.
My favorite John
Grease.
Travolta movie,
Michael.
Grease.
It was Grease. He was retarded in Grease.
Oh, yeah.
Get out of here.
Joan Allen, who plays John Travolta's wife. Apparently, she's been in some Bourne movies. She did a voiceover for Skyrim. She did some other shit that no one really cares about.
She was in Pleasantville.
Been quite a bit.
Yeah. And then when you have Alessandra Nivola, who played Pollux Troy. He was in American Hustle, Jurassic Park 3, other shit like that. Then you've got Gina Gershon. She played Sasha Hassler, which is Troy's girlfriend. She's pretty hot.
Was kind of.
Yeah.
Dirty.
She was in
Dirty
Lolita
girl.
and some other stuff. So,
She was on Rescue Me.
yeah, I didn't watch that show because it was about
I didn't either.
firefighters.
Very good show.
And it
Heard it
looked
was-
it looked gay as
Like
AIDS.
the only FX
It's
show
very
I haven't watched.
It was
Yeah.
very good.
I'll take your word for it.
You should.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The only thing that
Thank you.
got me even remotely interested in that show was Bowie. And that was just the theme song.
Got,
Under Pressure.
Who's the
Wrong
lead?
show.
No, the theme song for Rescue Me was Under Pressure, was it not?
No, it was.
What the fuck was that other firefighter?
You're probably thinking of like
Mm,
Third Watch or
no,
something.
no, I'm pretty sure.
Hold on. Who's the lead character in Rescue Me?
It was.
What's his face?
Dennis Leary.
Dennis Leary,
that's-
yeah,
no,
it was
it's-
Under
yeah,
Pressure.
No, it
it's-
wasn't.
It was Come On by the
yeah.
Von Bondies.
Yes.
I
What
didn't
the
think it
fuck
was
was
Under
Under
Pressure.
Pressure? I know I saw a commercial for that fucking
He
show.
Probably did.
Yeah, it was probably just a commercial, but it was Under Pressure.
Yeah,
pretty
I think I
sure.
remember that one.
Yeah. So eat a dick, Josh.
Still
It's
wrong.
good to say
Never
anyway.
happened.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this over to Dave for the synopsis. Take it away, Dave.
Got it. As the movie begins, we witness terrorist mastermind Castor Troy, played by Nicolas Cage, attempting to assassinate Sean Archer, played by John Travolta. The bullet, however, passes through Archer and accidentally kills his son instead. 6 years later, we learn that Archer is a decorated FBI counterterrorism agent and is still in pursuit of Troy. Archer learns that Troy has chartered a local jet, and we watch as Archer heroically prevents him from taking off. After a firefight, Troy is taken captive along with his brother and partner in crime, Pollux Troy. We then cut to Archer's home and see that his 6-year pursuit of Troy has taken its toll on his family. Archer tells his wife that the Troy case is over and that he will be taking a desk job and make up for all the lost time with his wife and daughter. Before he can make good on this promise, Archer learns that Troy has planted a biological weapon somewhere in Los Angeles. In order to discover the location of the bomb, Archer's superiors suggest a covert mission and a radical surgery to temporarily trade Archer's face and physical features with that of Castor Troy, enabling Archer to talk to Pollux Troy. After exhausting all other options, Archer agrees to undergo the surgery. After the procedure, Archer becomes violent and must be sedated upon seeing Troy's face in place of his own. He demands that the surgeon burn this face after all this is over. Archer, having assumed the identity of Castor Troy, is then transferred to the same prison as his brother Pollux Troy. While fending off an attack from a fellow inmate, Archer is forced to embrace his new persona completely and immediately to avoid suspicion. The next day, Archer convinces Pollux Troy that he is acting strangely only because of the beating he took during his capture. Once he gains Pollux' trust, Archer discovers that the biological weapon has been hidden in the LA Convention Center. Meanwhile, Castor Troy, minus one face, has regained consciousness and managed to force the surgeons to transform him into the likeness of Sean Archer. Troy burns the facility to the ground along with all evidence of the reversal of identities. Back in the prison, Archer, expecting to be freed and disarm the bomb, is then visited by none other than himself, or rather Castor Troy impersonating him. Troy then begins to usurp Archer's family and career as he attempts to seduce Archer's wife and then frees his brother Pollux. Troy disarms the bomb at the convention center in order to make himself a national hero. Back in prison, Archer confronts a guard and gets beaten in order to be taken to the clinic. He then escapes the prison with help from a fellow inmate and begins to enlist Troy's accomplices in order to bring down the man they believe to be Sean Archer. The FBI then storms the building where Archer is hiding with all of Troy's criminal accomplices. A lengthy gunfight ensues to the tune of Somewhere Over the Rainbow and culminates with a showdown between Castor and Troy. During the fighting, Archer kicks Pollux Troy through a rooftop window, and Troy watches as his brother falls to his death. Archer uses the distraction to escape. The next day, Archer, badly beaten, returns home and convinces his wife that even though he appears to be Castor Troy, he is in fact Sean Archer. Archer leaves before being discovered by law enforcement. Archer's wife, Eve, then takes a blood sample while Troy is sleeping and discovers that Archer was indeed telling the truth. Eve informs Archer that Troy has killed his boss and mentor and that the service is tomorrow. Archer decides to take this opportunity as his final confrontation of Troy. Following the service, a showdown between Archer, Troy, and various henchmen ensues. After a shootout, we enjoy a boat chase with lots of explosions, which eventually leaves Archer and Troy in an unarmed battle atop Troy's boat. After the boat crashes into the shore and, of course, explodes, Archer and Troy continue the melee on the shore. Archer finally finishes off Troy with a conveniently placed harpoon gun. Archer's wife has informed the FBI of the identity swap and tells Archer that a surgical team is on the way to restore his identity. After a touching reunion with his wife and daughter, the newly restored Sean Archer tells his family that they are adopting Troy's son and they all live happily ever after.
That was
Come on.
painful as fuck.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, thoughts on the movie?
Your voice makes my butthole wet.
Yours too?
That's just swamp
I-
ass, guys.
I don't, oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
And
We
like
said-
Bridge on the River
So
Kwai in this
I just
bitch.
want to point out
Lean night.
before we continue on that this was an Oscar-nominated film.
Rightfully so.
Everyone
No.
liked it except for the five of us, apparently.
Nope.
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 No, it-
Nope.
it's-
I
No, I
liked
mean,
it.
I
I liked
enjoyed
it.
this movie.
Okay.
But it made its Oscar nomination for best effects, sound effects, and editing, which
Because
I
they
didn't
just threw
see
them in
that.
wherever the hell they felt like.
I didn't see that. But hey,
It was like
the Academy
they-
knows.
yeah.
This movie was all effects.
When the trees
That was
blow
it.
up because you shoot them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes
I mean-
sense. One bullet is like shooting at a firework factory.
It's
Yeah.
like the
That makes
RPG in
sense.
Duke Nukem. No matter what you shoot at, it's gonna explode. Like that chair at the end. The chair just fucking
Or the boats.
yeah.
Or all of the things around the boats.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That-
This was a John Woo movie too.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite part of this movie, Tanner?
the end. No. Well, I can tell you what bothered me. One of the many things.
I'm sure it's probably the same thing that I want to say.
Creepy face
Yep,
touching.
that's exactly what I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
I enjoyed it.
If I have a kid, I'm not gonna start by like, hey, here's my sign of affection. I'm gonna pet your face.
How do you
kid.
start that? Like,
Open
say,
hand.
hypothetically,
Face pet.
you're a family and you want to start the face petting. Like, how does that first happen? How
Well,
do you...
You just
Drunken
gotta go
night,
for
How
it.
do you
come home from the
decide?
bar
Just
and
gotta
you're
go
like,
for
I was
it.
about to
You're
say-
my kid.
No. What happened was I bet he used to be an alcoholic and he just slapped the shit out of his kids. And he learned every time he was about
So
to slap
now-
the shit out of his kid, he's like, instead, pet.
They would close their eyes.
But
and
then he
hear-
would, but then he would still slap the shit out of them.
I think at one point they all contracted a serious illness where they were blind for like 2 weeks, so they had to figure out who this person is.
Their
Who's
faces
this
were
person.
beautiful.
And they enjoyed it so much they do this from now on to keep to have some memory of it, I guess.
See,
Yeah.
my whole thing
Just like the
is,
bullet shot,
If
bullet
I was
wound.
his kids or wife, like it would just constantly be going through my head. I hope he just washed his hands after he touched his dick. Like,
Nope.
that's weird. I don't
Just
want-
wipes his ass.
I don't want
Yeah.
your dick sweat all over my face, douche. That's just
Why do you
not
immediately
cool.
think about dick sweat?
Let's be
when someone
honest,
touches
his
your
dog-
face?
Well, no, because he just got done fucking taking a leak, touching his dick. And I mean, you touch your dick, there's usually sweat down there.
Do you not wash your hands?
My dick
normally?
stays dry.
Sometimes. But
What's
I'm
wrong with
saying-
your dick? Swamp ass
I
dick.
powder up
Me
every
too.
30 minutes.
No, come on. Don't act like you've never had a sweaty dick.
I've had a sweaty dick. I don't always have
I
a
wouldn't
sweaty
say
dick.
never,
I'm
but
not-
it's
I
not the
would say-
norm.
Yeah,
I would
like
say
I'm
it's
not
the
walking around
minority
with
of
sweaty dick
time.
constantly.
I don't mean all the time. I just mean
I don't know, mine doesn't.
occasionally.
I just mean like 98% of the time,
Yeah.
like when I'm wearing
Cock
pants.
push-ups,
Those
man.
are ropes, man.
Occasionally, you
When
have
I'm not in
a sweaty
bed.
dick, you know.
And you're concerned that if he petted your face,
Yeah,
He
and I
would
just
have
want to
sweaty
make
dick
sure
in.
he washed his hands.
I mean, it is a valid concern.
after touching his dingle. I don't know why I called it a dingle. I'm just going out on a limb trying new things here.
Is it kind of like what he says in the movie? He says, "I have to go to the boys'
Wee-wee room."
little wee room."
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
What was the drug that he took there?
I don't know.
It's
I
like
think
a-
you're
Ecstasy.
right. It was like
Yeah, look-
Quaaludes
yeah,
or something.
okay.
Yeah, okay. Huh.
There's some mescaline.
My favorite part of the movie was the blatant movie title usage.
Face.
You want
off.
to take
Yeah.
his face off?
Face/off.
Face?
It is. It's
Oh.
face.
What was up with the title?
That
Why
face slash
By
off.
slash.
Because they're slashing the faces
Yeah,
off. I don't
it's
know.
a- play on words.
Mm-mm.
I don't get it.
I did like the
The
use of
daughter?
No, well,
Yeah, she was fucking hot.
The Zodiac
it.
thing that you
I'd
were
like-
talking about.
I'd like to be a
Oh,
ghoul.
the Zodiac thing. Yes, I did. I found this neat trivia that the characters were named after zodiac signs, with Sean Archer being the Sagittarius Archer, and then the Castor Troy being the opposite sign of Gemini, which I thought was kind of actual thought process put into it, not just randomly naming characters. I thought that was kind of neat.
They were drunk and looking at
But-
astrological signs.
Or someone
It
who's
may be
looking at-
clever, but it doesn't add anything to the movie.
Oh, I
So-
No,
like 100% agree.
Like, what the hell's
But
the point?
It is pretty clever.
Well, who the fuck is gonna watch this and do an in-depth analysis? Oh,
Yes.
well, that's why they did
Us?
that.
That's
No,
what we
nah,
do?
Not like
It's
that.
not
Well,
freaking
now-
classic
now-
literature.
Now
It's
all
a
three
terrible
people
movie.
that watch it, that are listening to us now know. So
There you go.
More like 13.
You're
dickhead.
welcome.
originally cast for this movie, I think I would have seen it again, was Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone.
How dumb
does
would
that
that just
work?
sounded? Like,
You want to
take his face off?
my thought process is, in 1997, Sylvester Stallone was still kind of a smaller man. So could you imagine that body swap?
Yeah, for me, it was a stretch switching
I know.
from Nick Cage to John Travolta.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
They did
I mean,
liposuction.
when you, I don't see that working at
And then
all.
reverse liposuction on the other body.
I don't see that working.
did they swap the dicks too? That bothered me.
No.
The wife
What?
didn't know.
It's funny that never
The
occurred
wife
to
didn't
me.
know.
Because she was
No,
doing
they-
a lot.
it
It
was
bothered
just the
me.
face.
Here's why it bothered me. If I got
Why
a
would they swap the dicks?
the wife didn't know.
Yeah.
How does she not recognize a strange
She
dick?
was not supposed to ever see him.
Troy was going to prison though, so
Yeah, but she
Some of
felt
those
a
guys
strange
in there-
dick in her vagina,
yeah,
and
they
that
did it.
didn't alarm her.
I don't know how
They
sensitive
lived
vaginas
together.
are.
I don't know if.
I don't know, but after you've had
they
the
could have
same
been packing
vagina
the
for
same heat.
25 years, or same vagina and same dick penetrating that same vagina, don't you think you might notice a little change in girth or change in length?
Maybe.
Because
You know, Castor
But wait,
Troy
it
was
was-
packing more heat.
the first thing I would have done if
It's
I
Nick
I
Cage.
traded bodies with someone to be like,
He's a
hey,
pony.
your dick's smaller. Like,
Well,
thing number one, as soon as you meet the guy, like, hey, guess what? Your dick's smaller than mine.
but let's be honest, it's the other way around.
Probably.
Thank you for giving me a bigger dick.
Short but girthy. It's his motto on
Danny
life.
DeVito,
Yeah.
dick short and fat.
Who Danny DeVito should have been in this movie
Oh,
Oh,
he
man.
really should.
and every other
He
movie.
would have been a great
Oh.
Jackson or whatever.
it could have been a face
Jackson Pollock.
Yes.
swap. Could have been a face
He is a
swap
Jackson.
between Danny DeVito and
Yeah.
Carlton. from not Carlton. Carl from Family Matters. No, Winslow. Carl Winslow.
Was Carl Winslow in this movie?
No,
No,
I'm
but
saying
he's-
that would have been a perfect face
yeah.
swap.
Probably not, but
Yeah,
I'll take
it'd
your
be
word
awesome.
for it.
Rare condition this day and age.
Just singing about that last night, actually.
Yes, he
Really?
was.
Ain't any good news on the newspaper.
That guy's gay.
Yeah, he is. Big gay black man.
Reginald
he is.
Johnson
Yeah.
is not gay.
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
he is.
We talked about this, I thought, one podcast.
We did.
or
We
something.
probably did.
I don't
We
know if
did.
it was on the podcast or it was just poker night. But
Nothing.
he's
Not there's
gay.
anything
Yeah.
wrong with that
And
per se.
Liberace's gay too. Come
Meh.
on.
Yeah.
What you call it per se?
Per se.
No, it was Carl
It's a
Winslow,
hand satchel.
Uncle
Come
Phil, Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince was gay too.
on. Was gay.
Yeah.
Was gay. 'cause
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
dead.
they prayed the gay away. He's good now.
Oh. Oh.
Pretty sure he's just dead.
They sent him. They sent him to the pray the gay away camp.
Oh.
My
Didn't
parents
work
sent
out
me to
as
that.
they
It's not
planned.
fun. Arts and crafts is amazing though, in the Pray the Gay Away camp.
Is that when the counselor comes and puts his dick in your mouth? Is that what happens
Tanner
in
would know.
arts camp?
I got nothing. I got nothing.
Oh man.
Oh, what else? What else about this movie? we
Critics
Um,
loved this movie.
Yeah, they did. And I think it's just because of the one scene. And it's still my favorite scene in this movie. And that is Nick Cage smoking a cigarette without a face.
Yes. But they didn't have the guts to show it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just
That's
side.
interesting.
They
Yeah.
showed
Well,
it
they-
through
no, they did
sunglasses
show
at
it.
They
one
showed a
point.
reflection through his glasses.
Yeah.
No, they
Yeah.
did show it later though.
It's
when he
a
was
little
walking
side
around.
spot. Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like a
think
little
it
side
was-
spot.
They didn't have the guts to show it. I think it was they couldn't make it look real enough
Yeah.
to show it head on.
Fair enough. It is
Good point.
1997.
Yeah.
One thing that
They
bothered
have the
me-
technology to swap their faces, but they can't make it look real.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
listen.
don't get it.
One thing that really bothered me was a big talking point in this movie is the blood types are different.
Right.
How are the faces not rejected if the blood types
I
are different?
thought about that too.
It's like-
but
Magic laser, bro.
Yeah, magic
Well-
blood soaking laser.
Having no idea what I'm talking about. Isn't O negative like the universal donor, whatever? So I could see
Yeah.
one of the faces working. I don't remember which one was which.
What are the?
But what
blood
about the other
types?
guy?
What do you?
Oh, there's tons of blood
A,
types.
A, B, and O.
There's an O
And there's
positive
A
and O
positive.
negative.
Yeah, and there's
then
positives
A
and negatives.
positive and A negative, B positive, and B negative. And there's A B positive, A B negative.
I didn't think there.
There's
one
no
of, I thought one
AOs
of
or
them,
BOs.
I thought there was one of them that didn't have a positive and negative.
There probably
No, they
is.
they all. I think they all have positive and negatives.
Oh, anyways.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that wouldn't work. Now, if one of their faces got rejected halfway through the movie, that would have made this
It would
movie
look
more
like the
entertaining.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh man.
Or
This did not work.
sorry.
It's like dirt face, really, really bad. Hey, you guys.
Looks like Peter Griffin from Family Guy when he had his
When he
stroke.
gets all strokey.
Balchinian.
Yeah. Oh gosh, but yeah, that bothered me.
Well, is that and the facial structure and a whole bunch of other things? It just would not work.
But
yeah,
Listen.
I just don't think you
Listen.
understand the science behind it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I just
I think-
didn't get it.
Yep.
Yeah.
What about how dumb he was for not making sure that somewhere written down was like, hey, by the way, everyone, I'm getting my face changed? Because, like, you know, when
I'm
Castor...
sorry. He didn't have the presence of mind to say, no, I'm not getting my face ripped off, but you expect that he would have written it down somewhere first?
Yeah, that's
It
true.
is
But it's like,
I see a hole in your logic, sir.
only 3 people know about this, and they're located conveniently close to each other. Maybe I should, you know, diversify how this information is
They were
going
told
out
that
there.
Castor Troy was pretty much brain dead, didn't
Yeah.
they? Isn't that one
Yeah,
of
yeah,
those
yeah.
said
He
that?
was in a coma.
was in
Oh,
a
man.
coma.
I mean, you don't really expect anything bad to
Hey,
happen.
it's amazing what
Still,
getting
you
your face ripped
prepare
off
for
will
the
do for you.
worst.
For your sleep.
I don't understand why they just didn't resort to torturing Pollock. Like, this is a little excessive.
Hey,
Hey, this was the U.S. pre-2014, that report.
Dude.
No,
They got tax money to spend. Let them spend it.
that's
and
ridiculous.
they would have a
Face
sweet-ass movie
lasers.
called Face Off.
the fucking moon
It'd
boots.
be a really boring
Oh, the
movie.
moon boots.
It's
The
just-
prison is the whole prison thing is just...
Well, like, I get the concept of the moon boots, but they didn't really like use them for that much. They locked people down, but that was about it. You know, like I feel like it was just.
Why couldn't they? Should have reversed it at some point, made everybody fly
Yeah.
in the air, like bounce off the ceiling.
Well,
Positives and
also,
negatives.
What now? Riot now, guys.
Yeah.
What?
Like there's a magnetic field.
Just flip it on and off
Well,
a couple
when you say
times.
magnetic field, is it a magnetic field or you have magnetic boots on a metal floor?
Yeah.
Like,
That's what they really do.
what's the
What
difference?
I also found interesting is when he quote unquote escapes and jumps off this huge tanker
Oil
thing,
rig.
oil
yeah.
rig, which looks like it's the size of the fucking Empire State Building.
Yeah.
It doesn't even faze him when he lands in the water, and somehow he also swims away and gets to wherever he needs to go.
Yeah.
He still has the boots
Yeah.
on, correct?
No.
Which would no,
boots
he got
came
them
off.
off.
No, he
He
took
got
them off.
Yeah, at that point,
Yeah.
yeah.
but that
The
was
boots
really
probably would've
high
helped.
up.
I
That
don't
would have
know.
broken like every bone in his body.
You don't know him.
At least his
I think-
legs.
What?
What?
At least.
Why were they trying to do electroshock therapy in the jail? By
it
the
was
way,
like a black. I don't know.
It
It was
wasn't supposed to be a real jail.
yeah.
Like,
Nobody knew anything about it.
No
you know.
holds barred jail.
It gave that warden dude a hard on to watch people get electrocuted.
yeah.
Does it
Any
give you a
torture-
hard on?
I
Any
missed
torture
that.
took him from 6 to
I
midnight.
missed that in the movie. It's weird.
Oh no,
Huh.
he had a
In the
raging,
director's cut.
he had a raging clue the entire time.
Quotes. I think if you dress like Halloween, ghouls will try to get in your pants.
Yep.
Is an amazing quote.
That was pretty great.
Yep.
Okay, that you're talking about the daughter
Yeah.
there. Why?
After he beat Danny Masterson's ass.
Right? Why? Throughout the entire movie, she's got a nose ring. She's going for the whole whatever punk look. Why at the end did she suddenly change to like?
Because Daddy gave her some advice.
Daddy
Yeah.
was home.
Yeah.
Daddy's
Daddy
home.
gave her a
She
fucking
hated
butterfly
Dad.
knife.
Does shooting Daddy make you feel bad enough to get rid of the nose ring, dye your hair back to
she
normal? and
lost
not wear
the
so
nose
much
ring
makeup?
No, that was
before she
before
shot
that.
him.
That's
Yeah.
before she shot him.
She stabbed him.
Like
Yeah.
when she went to
when she went to the church for the
Yeah,
funeral.
she shot him there.
when
Yeah,
one
but
of
she was
Troy's
already
thugs
changed.
picked her up.
Oh, was
she
she?
was already
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it
It
was
was
right
all
after
like
he gave
good
her the
girl.
butterfly knife.
I didn't catch it on the.
Yeah,
catch
he
on
gave
to
her
it
the
then.
butterfly knife. That's what changed her. Oh, Daddy cares about me again.
Yeah.
Papa's got a brand
Enough
new
to
He
give me a
loves
knife.
me as much as he might have loved my dead brother.
How'd you feel about that scar?
Oh, the scar on his chest.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a rather odd way to remember the fact that your son died.
Well, you don't want to forget.
Yeah, but it's like,
Oh, wait a second.
What happened?
You might as well write 9/11 on your chest.
Oh God.
Wow.
I'm gonna actually get
What?
Ferguson on there.
Yeah. No, people aren't gonna remember that
Never
in a few
forget.
years.
Never forget.
Ferguson.
Yeah, let's be honest. Let's take a
Let's
quick
not. Let's
minute
not.
and talk about the differences in those two disasters.
Nope.
Let's
Because I
not.
feel one is gonna be remembered.
They're
and the
both
other one
conspiracy
not
theories,
so
is what you're
much.
trying to say. They
Boar's
were-
Head.
Sure.
Both of
Done
them
by
are
the
brought
US
to you by
government.
Boar's Head.
Sure, you can go with that.
There was a lot more looting in one than the other.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
9/11, it was bad.
Oh my God.
Office supplies just
Yep.
stolen all over the
Everywhere.
place.
They're
Oh
just
look,
flying
a
through the
giant
air.
piece of rubble.
Oh my
Dibs.
God.
Which one was that?
Huh?
Which one was that?
Ferguson.
That was Ferguson.
You could also say that. Oh, look, a police badge.
Oh.
Firefighter
helmet.
Also, also,
all
both.
right.
Oh, too
Moving
far.
on.
Too
Also,
far.
both.
Mm.
That's so messed up.
Kind of what I do.
Yeah.
There go the other three listeners. Oh, well,
Bye.
whatever.
Bye, Felicia.
It's been a good run.
The other good quote here that a lot of people found interesting was, "Hello, question mark. This is Sean Archer." And then Sean Archer responds with, "Well, if you're Sean Archer, then I must be Castor Troy."
I thought that was really retarded.
Like this entire fucking movie.
Yeah. I just didn't think it was funny. I'm like, okay.
I don't think it wasn't supposed to be funny. It was supposed to be intense.
It didn't work.
I did also
The
like.
moon boots kind of ruined a lot of the
Wow.
intensity during that
Oh,
section
did
of
we
movie.
talk about the Punisher being in this movie?
Oh, yeah, no. Not yet.
Thomas Jane made a brief cameo in this movie. He was the guy with the beautiful golden hair in the prison.
Oh, speaking of the prison, it's interesting that this criminal mastermind, so the big guy that he escaped with, apparently Castor Troy, banged his
What was his
wife
name?
and
wife and sister at the same
sister
time.
at the same time. But since Castor Troy says, "Hey, by the way, I didn't do that,"
Yeah.
it's like, all right, let's help him get out of here now.
Not
Well,
to mention,
I mean,
He did seem
might
a
as well.
little retarded.
If you're
That
planning
guy
on
was
escaping,
not only retarded, but
you
ugly.
need help.
I have to. I doubt his wife and
it's the
sister are
dude
that
from,
attractive. Is that something to be
Not-
proud
He was
of,
a
Nick
criminal
Cage?
mastermind.
He was
They
on
always
True
have fun.
Blood.
Not to mention though,
If
Oh,
you
okay.
recognize his face.
hold on a sec. Let me just throw this out there. If a dude's telling you want to escape, you're gonna join in, especially if it's Castor Troy, who
Yeah,
is
it's true.
renowned,
Yeah.
know,
Right.
for
Yeah.
his feats of
But they didn't
Badassery.
even know.
brilliancy or badassery.
They didn't even know.
Well, he knew that it was Castor Troy.
And he did just
I mean,
get done getting his brain electrocuted. So I guess
yeah, he a little.
pretty
he
much
was a little off.
you're ready to get out
Dardo.
of there. Yeah.
One thing
Yeah.
I did also find really interesting in this movie is every single stunt person looked absolutely nothing like the character they were
Yeah.
supposed to be.
The
Or-
boat scene.
Different hair.
They
Different.
spent all the money on the explosions.
Yeah.
They couldn't use the special effects to blend them in a little
Why
bit.
didn't they just change their faces?
Why does that guy have cornrows? Or Nick Cage.
Yeah.
That was actually Nick Cage. He was just trying something new that scene. Didn't work.
So, tagline for the movie. You guys ready for this? In order to trap him, he must become him.
No,
Amazing.
that was not his. That's not why he did it at all.
Nope,
That's
I-
interesting.
That's the tagline.
He was not
though.
trying to trap Castor Troy at all.
Oh wait, that's the DVD tagline.
In the beginning of the movie,
I feel a little
he,
misled now.
when he was
Oh.
trying to trap him with the whole airplane scene, did the helicopter on top of the airplane trying to park on the airplane, keeping it from taking off?
that
did
would
that
probably
bother?
be enough.
Did that bother you guys? Like,
That would probably be enough.
Well, no, he broke the thing off.
yeah,
too.
but like after one hit, I'm pretty sure that helicopter's going
the
flying.
thing that
I think it
the thing
depends
that
on
helps
the
it lift
pilot.
off, he
I don't
broke
know.
off too.
Best next tagline. It's like looking in a mirror, only not.
Wow.
I like that one.
That's deep. That is deep.
That should have been the title.
And then the other one
this
is
episode.
only one will survive.
I
Dun
think
dun
also
dun.
this is like Tom Cruise's Wet Dream or something like that with John Travolta in it. Oh, you know it's true.
yeah.
Yeah, explain.
Oh.
your
Scientology.
Scientology
Oh,
thing?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You know they actually have those lasers. You have to pay some for them, but
But yeah, you can switch
that's
faces easy.
you know what? That's next week. It's next week. We'll get to it. All of the Scientology
That
stuff.
was my kind of
Yeah.
segue to that.
We'll get to it later. Next week we're watching what, Dave?
Battlefield Earth.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Gross.
great.
Greatest movie ever.
We're gonna be on some special lists and getting some cease and desist orders pretty soon here.
Yeah.
Only if we're lucky.
Been
Yeah.
trying for years. Hasn't happened
Anybody
yet.
have Tom Cruise's email address? Or Will Smith. We can do Will Smith too.
It's alien
Ben
lover
Stiller, faggot,
at
16.
That's Zach Galifianakis.
Almost went there, but I remember.
Rule
It's
number
fine.
one.
I don't care.
No,
It's a
an
quote. It's a
email.
quote.
You're
It's a
fine.
quote.
Yeah.
It's good.
It was before he even became an actor, so
Yeah,
it's all
it's
good.
cool.
They were before friends. Before they were friends.
So one thing in the movie that bothered me, all of the shoot, do a somersault, get up, shoot,
Oh, there were
shoot.
a lot of somersaults.
It's like, why? How is that
And
effective?
doves.
And
It's
doves.
John
Doves.
Woo. You knew that was gonna happen.
You think he just
Uh,
carries doves
I don't
around
know
with him
what
wherever
else
he
John Woo
goes?
has
Oh, yeah.
done.
Mission
like-
Impossible. Hold on, I'll pull it up.
He's standing in line at the bank, which I don't know who does that
He's-
anymore.
he's-
Everyone's got the internet, but he, just let out a couple of doves. Oh,
slow-mo
Gives her that woo
somersaults. That's
factor.
what it was all
We
about.
got he did Broken Arrow. Amazing.
Another Travolta movie.
that was a
Uh-huh.
pretty decent movie. Yeah.
He did Face Off, obviously. Mission Impossible 2. And that's where
Was
it
that
kinda
the
falls
ghost?
Didn't he
off.
do Crouching
No.
Tiger?
I don't think so. He's got a bunch of
Paycheck with Affleck?
yeah.
Nice.
I thought he did Crouching Tiger. Hidden
Nice,
Dragon.
really?
No,
he
it
did
was
Revenge of the
fucking
Iron
awful.
Fist Maiden.
Oh
Could've
goodness.
swore he was in that one.
I
or he
don't
directed
see.
that
I don't see. I don't see it in his. Maybe he produced it or something, but I don't see that on there. Maybe our listeners can help us out there
Yeah.
because I'm not gonna look it up.
Good one.
Yeah.
What are those?
Touche.
So, anyone else think the explosions and the boat chase were slightly unrealistic?
Nope. That's exactly
No.
what happens when boats hit
okay,
the
okay.
dock.
I had
like
a
it
canoe
how-
once and I bumped into a dock and it blew up. Like I was in the hospital for 3 weeks.
I did
That's
love
what
how they went
happens.
4.5 feet from the boat whenever it did
Yes.
flip over and launch them out of
The
it.
boat went 20 feet up in the air. However, the two actors went like 15 feet in front of it.
Agreed.
Maybe.
And then hit a concrete boat dock going what you have to assume is around 40
it was
miles an
covered
hour.
with sand. I mean,
Yeah.
And they had their seatbelts on. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just
Yeah. I also liked how he like totally destroyed a police boat with an Uzi.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
happens every
Like
day.
he fired the Uzi at the police boat and it just shredded like Swiss cheese. And then they drove a boat through it.
Well, I mean, it's county money. It ain't that. They don't have much. We got to make those boats with cardboard
Yeah.
and duct tape.
Nobody's ever going to shoot at a police boat. Let's make it out of cardboard.
Up freeze means drive straight through me.
Yeah.
What else you guys got?
So if anyone that listens to this podcast that I don't know shares it on Facebook with all of their friends, I will buy them a James Franco selfie calendar.
Oh wow.
Anyone?
Have you seen those? Yeah, somebody who
Someone you
listens.
don't know.
Someone
Wait,
who
wait.
listens to the podcast.
So one person
One
or just
person.
anyone who does it?
One person.
Okay.
The first.
It's not going to be first. It'll be random. But
Oh, that's a good call. That way more than one person does
Yes,
it. Yeah.
exactly.
Cool.
it will be random. But I
Uh-huh.
will buy someone who
Just
shares
let out
this
our marketing
podcast.
strategies right there. Why don't you?
Just throwing it out there. I'm gonna unfriend you on Facebook.
Did you
so that-
just hit puberty?
Shut your
No,
mouth.
I don't mean like friends. I mean just like people that I
Right.
know. It has to be someone that we don't know that listens to this podcast.
I just
which there
re-
might
I
not
really
be
want a
any one of
James.
those.
I really want a James Franco
selfie calendar.
though,
Yeah, it looks amazing.
I'm
We're
gonna
not
have to
friends
look at
anymore.
that.
He's also selling selfie T-shirts now.
That's a little.
So-
So
awesome.
we're all getting.
I'm going to
those?
do that.
He's already sold over 5,000 of them.
Oh.
And he just put them out like yesterday.
That doesn't
We
surprise
need
me.
we need some of those made.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or yeah.
Some of those made.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we could do that.
So, did anybody else know that you could stop a harpoon gun from firing just by grabbing it?
Yeah.
Like
everyone
a
knows
boss. He just
I am not
grabbed
familiar with that.
thing.
I mean,
Who
that,
leaves
those,
a who leaves a loaded, cocked harpoon gun just in their boat? Like
And what are the
Captain
chances?
me
Yeah.
every day of my life.
I think it's one of those resistance harpoon guns, like, you know, where it like springs open and shoots. So I think he grabbed the bands from popping open or something like that. 'Cause
Gotcha.
that's what it looked like in the.
Good thing criminal masterminds are well versed on harpoon guns.
I
Wow.
would be if I was a criminal mastermind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta
do
know
a
your
lot of
fucking
whaling.
element.
If you've seen Surf
Part of this
Nazis Must
criminal-
Die, those things are pretty lethal.
Yeah.
So are boom mics apparently.
Yeah.
and grenades.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed with the grenades.
Yeah.
They are very lethal.
Oh, are they?
Yep.
Thought it was just in the movies. Okay. Since we're getting towards the end of the movie, a couple more things I want to bring up. One,
This movie was really long.
it was really long.
Really long. Like 2 hours and 5 minutes, something like that, 12 minutes.
Yeah.
12 minutes,
Well,
yeah.
they spent like the first 15 minutes, 20 minutes of the movie killing his son.
I could watch
What a
that
waste
scene
of
over and
time.
over.
He had a
Yep.
sweet mustache in that scene.
Yeah.
Nick Cage.
There was tons of wasted like dialogue, just random dialogue that was totally meaningless.
Yeah.
I agree.
It was the 90s. They had time and money
Yeah,
to
I
waste.
guess.
Hour and 38 minutes of it, actually.
Yeah. So like at the end, he's got him like he's got Travolta up against the wall. Travolta's like, okay, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna at least make you stick with that face or whatever. He starts cutting his face with glass. Has he not already seen the laser that can fix scars immediately? Like
Yeah.
there's no repercussions from
They
that.
rebuilt the dude's ear with a laser. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like
Maybe his thought process there is I'm going to rip your face off and throw it away so that
gonna
you
take
can't have
his
it
face
anymore.
off.
I mean, I guess that's the only thing I can think of is he's going to rip his own face off at that point and throw it away.
It was weird.
But I think with that technology, you can still
just print a new one.
yeah,
I mean-
get a new one.
Yeah.
3D printers, they're really good now.
Oh,
You know, at
goodness.
CES apparently they've got one that can make cookies.
I saw that.
What?
That sounds delicious.
Cookie printer.
Why don't we own one of those? First
would you
buy,
guys get
first
made?
buy for the podcast.
with a 3D
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
It just makes anything.
With what kind of 3D printer?
It
A
can
plastic
do
one?
anything.
It can do anything. Huh.
What would I make?
Yeah.
A wife.
Aw.
I
Doesn't
would
matter if it's breathing or anything.
Hold on.
Just-
No.
Have you ever heard of a fleshlight?
Not the same thing.
I would probably make a fleshlight for myself.
I want to,
Just a
Of his-
full size.
Those things are
but of
expensive.
his own butthole.
Yeah, obviously.
I want a dinosaur.
Like a real one,
Yeah.
but it's plastic.
You remember a couple episodes? I want to fuck it in the ass.
Yeah,
No.
it's like what was it? It's like fucking a
jeez.
tire.
Back to that. Back to that. No.
Like doing
So far,
anything
3 out of
right
5
now?
of us want to have sex with whatever we make. You guys, how about you?
I want to go Jurassic Park. I want to start with a dinosaur.
You realize it's still plastic.
Whatever.
Chad wants a wife. Mike wants his own butthole. Tanner wants a dinosaur all to get fucked.
Yep.
Yeah, he wants to get inside of that tire. Wasn't that what it was? It was the T-Rex's.
I didn't say. No, I want the baby T-Rex this time.
Not,
you know,
not a
the
care in
sexy
the world.
one.
So you want
Full of
a
wonderment.
This is a bicycle tire.
All right. Hot, like a Power
Josh,
Wheels.
How about you there? How about you,
I'm
Josh?
still thinking. That was my question.
Dave, you can make
I got
anything.
nothing yet.
Come on, you
Is
gotta have
it
something.
any one thing, or is it like what are you gonna make first?
You get one thing.
Get one thing.
Gold brick, maybe.
Still plastic.
No, that's really a bad.
We
idea.
can make it out
no,
of anything.
He said it can make anything. Yeah.
You would still need the gold to.
I mean, I feel like it's
Oh,
got to
so
be like a
good.
spaceship or something. You know, I
that's
mean,
A time machine.
it can make anything. That's
Can I
what he
make an
said.
X-wing?
Time machine
I just
wouldn't be a bad idea.
Hoverboard.
Hey,
I want-
X-wing,
I
yeah.
want like an actual like
Ooh.
replica
To
X-wing
fuck.
just to sit in the front yard. Why do you have to fuck it?
Why would
Because
not?
it can fly, bro.
Well, no, like I mean, it can do.
Obviously.
If you
It
fuck a
can do
hoverboard,
every-
then you can fly. That's how it works.
no hands.
I mean, it can do everything it's meant to do and then some. You know, like why not? Fuck it.
I can't imagine that flying around town.
That's life advice.
Yeah,
Why not fuck it?
yeah. If you can fuck it, if you can make it where you can fuck it, why not? But yeah, that hoverboard, just put your dick in and go.
That's their tagline.
Yeah, just put your dick in and go. It reminds me of that thing from South Park.
It's
that
cock powered. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Powered hoverboard.
uh,
Well, you
World's
stole
problems.
my idea.
Anyways,
so, I'm okay.
So let's hear the
So-
how much it are we done or
No, I got
okay,
one more
continue
thing
going.
that bothered me. It happened at the very end of the movie.
it didn't have something you could fuck in it.
No, well,
Mechanical.
I'm talking about Castor Troy's kid.
Oh,
So,
Whoa,
What?
too far.
is that
Too far, Tanner.
is that where the line is?
Yep, we got it.
no, no.
Not for Chad.
going.
Chad's for fucking him.
Yeah, we talked about Girl Meets World earlier. Not on the podcast, but you know.
Wait, where are you going with this story, bro?
Okay. All right. So, basically, did they tell the kid? Did they tell the kid what was going on? Hey, the guy
No.
that just killed your dad. Yeah, you're gonna live with him now.
No, he didn't know that Castor Troy was his dad. They didn't actually tell him.
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah,
told him.
yeah, I'm
They told
pretty sure
Castor
they
Troy. I
did.
didn't think
Sort
they
of.
told the kid.
Well, the kid was there.
Yeah, he's like, hey, this is your dad.
Well, they were
So
planning
it's
on
like-
They eared earmuffs first.
Face Off 2. He just kills John Travolta in his sleep.
It's like how
15-minute movie.
how messed up would that kid be? Okay, see the guy that you were introduced to that you thought was your dad wasn't your dad. He killed your dad.
Well, the kid
And now
looked
you're gonna
he
live
had
with
Down
him.
syndrome.
I feel like
Not
you wait till
everybody.
he's like 9 years old to tell him that story.
Like my parents
Yeah.
did with
Yeah.
my adoption.
Yeah,
Yep.
Okay.
That kid looked a little retarded. I don't think he was worried about it.
Yeah.
he was probably a drug baby. So.
Yeah,
Uh.
he's been introduced to a lot of things already. I mean,
Like
That
his
bald
mom's
guy.
tits.
That creepy
Like-
bald
like
guy.
his mom
Yeah.
making out with her brother.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What the fuck was up?
That
with
wasn't
that?
her brother, was
Yes,
it?
it was.
Yeah, that's
I
what they
thought-
said.
I
No.
thought the guy in the jail was her brother.
No.
No, the guy, the bald guy, because they were talking about it in the movie. He's like, "We got your sister."
I thought she was
Your
having an
sister's
affair
waiting
with
outside.
him.
You didn't hear her
No.
say to Castor Troy, she said, he's already killed my brother.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought-
it could be both.
No,
I
no,
guess.
well, no.
But she did call him her brother.
at the beginning.
At the
of
very
movie,
beginning when they were
Travolta was
interrogating people.
Yeah.
Yeah, your sister's out there.
Yeah.
We
I
got
thought
your
it was just
sister here.
implied that they were banging on the
Ooh,
backside.
They might have been, but they were still brother and sister.
Creepy.
as far as I know. That's the way that I understood
Maybe
it.
that's
banging
the
on
kids.
the backside.
You know,
Yeah.
behind
Okay.
You got that little side piece, little
Okay.
Sunday side piece.
It just happens to be family.
Huh.
Let's call it the Sunday
Yeah.
side piece.
Yeah, incest is the best.
Put your sister to the
Put an
test.
egg in your sister's nest.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, wait.
Um,
I need to talk about the birds and the bees with you. You're not putting an egg anywhere. That's not how that works. No? We'll talk
it
later.
depends
We'll
what
talk later. We'll
machine
sit
you're
down.
fucking, Tanner.
We'll sit down. We'll have a conversation. It'll be fine.
That was a problem with this movie. There was some other stuff too.
Thanks. That's very descriptive.
no.
You're very good at
There's
that.
some other
back
things.
back to the little kid being a little drug baby. When Castor Troy washed up, the bald guy came up and gave him a hug. Did you see his coke fingernail? It had coke falling out of it. It was just shaking out.
He was
it
a little
his
druggy.
fingernail full of coke.
That wasn't part of wardrobe. That's just what they
Yeah.
did back then.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not doubting that at all. It was real coke.
Yeah.
For show. But anyway, so that's pretty much all we've got for this movie, right?
Yeah,
I don't see much else.
I'm good.
There's not a whole lot else worth talking about.
No.
We should talk about the budget. It was kind
Yeah,
of
budget,
entertaining.
how much
And
they-
the ratings.
Yeah, the budget
Yeah.
was about 80 million, right?
80 mil. That's what I read.
Yep, and it grossed how much?
245.
250? Yeah, close to
250.
250 is what I was seeing.
That is insane.
It did very well, and it
That's
got
worldwide.
yeah.
great reviews.
critics
It got a
loved this movie.
91% and was up for awards.
It
What-
was. I mean, it was Oscar nominated.
Yeah.
And it
What
won it
other
won some
movies?
Saturn-
What other movies have gotten a 91%?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Schindler's List.
Schindler's List got a
Probably.
91.
I don't
Like
know that
the-
for sure,
like
but
the-
probably.
The Incredibles, Toy Story, stuff like that. I
They
mean,
like
had-
Father Part Two.
They
This
had to do
movie was
Schindler's List.
not on par with any of those.
No.
I don't
Uh,
agree to disagree.
This
I'm
movie
gonna
was
agree
not
with him.
good.
I think Ebert had Siskel's dick in his mouth this whole movie. That's what happened to those reviews.
Yeah, those.
I mean, it
Huh.
got. I mean,
Was he-
even on IMDb, it's still
That-
pretty
that-
highly
both of them.
rated.
Not-
And that it's
he
hard to
wasn't-
get
he
a
wasn't
higher
dead
rating on
97.
IMDb.
I don't think he
Who?
died until mid 2000s.
Siskel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was
Something
early
like that.
2000s.
might have been early 2000s. It was after
So-
97 though.
I was wondering if maybe it's because no other good movies came out that year that just got rated high. Batman and Robin came out that year,
Oh.
1997. That
What
was a
you're
good
trying
year.
to-
So
what you're
this looked
trying to
like a
say
gym.
is
By
it was
comparison,
one right after this, and it
now,
nailed it.
you would think that, except Titanic, Good Will Hunting,
Ooh, good.
as
movie.
good as it gets, was pretty good. Lost World,
Really
whatever.
good.
Can we watch Good Will Hunting? Not because I want to call it a bad movie, but just because I want to see it again.
Yeah.
Fifth Element.
We can make fun of
Fifth
it.
Element,
That's a
Boogie
really good
Nights.
movie, too.
Liar Liar,
Boogie
yeah,
Nights was phenomenal.
Con Air.
Men
Oh,
in-
that's another Nick Cage movie that year.
Ooh, that's a
There's
good
all
movie.
kinds of-
Love
Men
that
in
movie.
Black came out that year. Austin Powers came out that
Yeah.
year.
The original
Can
Men
we
in
do
Black.
Austin
Yes,
Powers?
the original.
Air Force One, that was pretty decent.
Yeah.
Disagree.
It was pretty decent.
The movie was
William
crap.
H.
So was
Mason
Con Air, though.
Amazing in
Get
that.
off my
Oh,
plane.
Anaconda came. I forgot about Anaconda.
Ooh,
I forgot. Yeah.
Spawn, George of the Jungle,
Spawn.
Speed.
There's your
Spawn
Brendan
was
Two.
Fraser
before
movie.
its time. If Spawn
Starship
came out
Troopers.
now,
Why
Spawn
haven't
would
we
be
done
huge.
that
I
one?
don't know. We need to do
That's
Starship
one that we
Troopers.
need to get on.
shower scene.
Flubber,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fools Rush
That might
In,
be like the first like
G.I. Jane.
titties I saw in a movie.
Jackie Brown. Did you see Jackie Brown?
Yeah,
It's
I
okay.
remember it. I
Jackie
don't
was a
remember.
Fucking amazing movie.
So I
That
thought it
was
was
a
alright.
Tarantino movie.
Can
yeah,
we
it
do
was
Con Air?
phenomenal. Gattaca.
Yeah, we can do Con Air.
Gattaca also came out that year.
Gattaca was
I do like
interesting.
Gattaca.
There were a lot of good movies in '97
Contact.
actually.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent year.
Contact was good too.
Amistad.
A little weird.
Great movie.
Moving on.
Yeah, so it's
Moving
not just
on.
that there wasn't.
Chasing Amy.
It's
Sorry.
not just that there wasn't a good movie to get awards. There were a lot of good movies that year. I don't understand.
I
Yeah,
wonder how
this
this
was
ranked in
not good.
comparison to all those. Like if it was higher or lower for
This
the
one,
year.
I'll be. I don't know. This one is actually on IMDb. It's ranked like 786 out of the top 5,000 movies ever.
That's not right.
That's. I mean, that's
I
what
could
it
say
says
it's
here.
at least 786.
No.
It was not. This movie was not in the top 10 for box office
For that year?
That year,
No way.
Titanic, Lost
Titanic
World.
was that year.
That was Lost World number 2. That's
It
That
It's a
Jurassic
terrible
Park
movie.
Jurassic Park
swing.
money.
yeah.
I mean,
Speaking of Jurassic Park,
Full Monty beat this out.
how excited are you guys about the new Jurassic Park movie?
I'm excited.
I'm
We've
not at
talked
all.
about this before on here, and
Oh, I'm just. Oh.
meh.
I'm
I'm not
excited.
getting my hopes up.
I think it's gonna be horrible.
It probably will be.
I don't think this was the role for Chris Pratt.
I'm a fan
I
of Chris Pratt, but
I love
Yeah.
Chris Pratt, but
Same
yeah, I agree. But he's popular right now. They're going to use him.
Yep.
They want people to overlook Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah.
And
How
they're
would
gonna
you
use.
ever do that.
Well, they're gonna get Chris Pratt,
Pratt to
and
do
they're
it.
like, he's in it. We'll watch it. That's their draw there, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, he's allowed a couple shitty movies. He's been in,
Yeah.
I mean, he just did Guardian, so he's coming off of that.
Guardians is good.
So, Chad, what do you rank it?
This? Probably about a 6. I mean, I didn't find it too horrible. A lot of explosions, it gets me a little hard.
Other movies?
I would say above Mario Brothers and Batman and Robin.
Oh yeah.
Deep Blue Sea.
Probably right above Deep Blue Sea for me.
That's kind of
So
where I
right
was
around
thinking.
the Jumper area?
Yeah, right around the
Oh
area.
no, this was better than Jumper.
I would say this is
It's
better than Jumper.
Oh my god.
I like Jumper.
Way better.
I like Jumper better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
I like Jumper.
Just because you think
The
Hayden
thing I
Christensen
like
is
about
a nice
Jumper
ass.
that made it better is it was short. Jumper was short.
Yep.
This
That was
was
big
bad and
This was-
long.
yeah, if this was shorter, I would have liked it better.
Because it was a piece of shit.
Okay, Josh, your turn.
Out of 10
Yeah.
Yes. Or whatever
bad
score
movie.
you decided
for a
to
bad
use.
movie, I'd give it almost an 8.
Almost
Ooh,
an
wow.
8.
All right.
I
yeah.
really enjoy this bad movie.
So
Yeah.
a couple of notches above anything else we've seen.
No, he's ranked a couple up there.
There was I still have Time Cop at the top.
Okay.
With a solid 10, actually 11.
It goes to 11.
I couldn't do Time Cop.
But
It's one louder.
it's a bad movie, but it's the same thing with Nick Cage in almost every movie he's done. He's been in a lot of bad movies, but you still find yourself enjoying the movie because it's cheesy. Like
Yeah.
we talked about with Con Air and some of the other movies he's done. You know they're bad movies, but you enjoy watching them.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Some of us do, not all of us.
I agree. I'm gonna actually agree with you. It's a solid 8 for me. It's ahead of Jumper.
Yeah.
And,
way ahead of Jumper.
I wouldn't say way ahead. I enjoy Jumper.
I love me some
it
Hayden,
has nothing
but-
to do with Hayden Christensen. It has to do with the premise of that movie and how I like
the
that.
premise is a great idea,
Yeah.
but
Horrible
movie
follow
sucked.
through. Horrible.
You
Fans
just
of the
can't
book
beat
should kill
Samuel
themselves.
Jackson with silver hair.
Still better movie or book to movie than Vampire Academy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I haven't
Yeah.
read the book, but I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Tanner?
I would probably put it around 7.
7.
I mean, it was like Josh said, it's a bad movie. I went into it knowing it was a bad movie, and there was plenty to talk about. There's plenty to make fun of. It's the type of movie, if you're going to sit around and watch a bad movie with some people, I would definitely recommend it.
Dave?
I kind of concur. I wouldn't give it an 8. It was better than Jumper, better than Time Cop, better than Deep Blue Sea, I think.
Yeah.
Only marginally so. There was a whole lot of wasted time in this movie, and it kind of irritated me. Like, there was just a whole lot of times where they were talking, and you're like, why is this in the movie? Like, this made the cut. What did they cut from this movie?
Well, you got to think.
There's one
My
scene where they talked about which brand of coffee they preferred.
in like 1997, that was like the year that like long movies started happening. You know,
Yeah,
you had
it's
the
true.
Titanic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it started to be the point
George
that
of the
like
Jungle.
2-hour movies.
We should watch
An hour and a
that.
half too long.
Can we watch that? Can we watch George of the Jungle at some
2-hour
point?
movies became the norm.
Good Burger. Yeah.
Oh.
The
all
only
good
Brendan
stuff.
Fraser movie I ever want to watch again is The
Monkey
Mummy.
Bone?
The
Oh.
Mummy.
We're going to
No, the
watch
second
Monkey
one.
Bone on here eventually.
Oh man, I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
It
that one's
was-
definitely worth watching.
Which one?
Monkey Bone.
Monkey Bone, where it was Brendan Fraser and like a claymation monkey.
Yeah, and they switch.
I don't even remember.
Yeah,
It
they
was
switch,
bad.
They switch personalities like the old what's that Lindsay Lohan movie?
Was it?
Lindsay Lohan switches with no, Lindsay Lohan's not in there. There's
Freaky Friday.
Freaky
bro.
Friday. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it was like the Freaky Friday concept. Like they switch personalities.
Did you get the monkey confused with what's her face, the older one?
Obviously.
Yeah. No, it wasn't
No.
her.
Oh, it's Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, there we go. Understandable.
They're the same person, right?
No. No.
All right.
Jamie Lee Curtis is hot.
Isn't she a hermaphrodite?
Maybe
Sweet little piece
maybe-
of fuckberry pie.
maybe like back in what was that movie with her and Schwarzenegger?
True Lies?
Yeah,
True
maybe
Lies.
True Lies.
True Lies.
But anything after that, you're going
The
downhill
old
quick.
Halloween.
She was already
Halloween
pretty old at that
H2O?
point.
Yeah, Halloween. The original Halloween.
I don't
Drop
think I saw
titties.
it.
Drop Dead Fred. Wasn't that Jamie Lee Curtis?
No, that wasn't Jamie Lee Curtis.
Are you
that
just
bitch-
are you
Who's that
just
bitch
saying
who-
words?
Yeah, I think so.
She looked like Jamie Lee Curtis.
Movies we'll
It's
never
called
do on
Wanda.
this. Drop Dead Fred.
All right. Anybody have anything else they want to add to the movie?
No.
All right. We got a couple questions this week.
Oh,
Keep
no.
talking
Questions.
things.
It was Carrie Fisher. I get Jamie Lee Curtis and Carrie Fisher confused all
Ow.
the time. I don't know.
You know who else didn't have anything they wanted to add to the movie? Because they added all of it? The director. It was all in there. He had nothing else
There
he
was
could have
no-
You're really
possibly
hammering
added.
home that they put everything. The deleted scenes. There's just it's a blank screen, and some guy walks out. And is like, we didn't take anything.
There's some
out."
shortened
this
scenes.
is literally everything we had.
There's some shortened scenes that cut out 2 somersaults.
shoot,
And a
all
few
the rest of it-
doves.
somersault.
and a few
Somersault.
doves. One of the doves smacked into the camera. They're like, no, can't do that. Pete would,
Who invited the
He would kill
retarded
us.
dove?
So they cut that. Everything else, every moment the camera was running, that's in the movie.
All right, Josh, you had a question for us.
Did
You did
win.
earlier
Right
tonight.
now.
Yeah, it was a hypothetical question
Your first.
that involved the movie.
Oh yeah. If you could switch faces with anybody, doesn't matter if they're alive or dead. It'd be kind of creepy if you took somebody's dead face now. But
Would it be rotting? Would you put on the rotting face?
non-rotting
Zombie face?
Okay.
Who would you switch with and why?
Hard question.
I feel like it'd be a lot more fun if it was somebody dead. Because
Yeah.
then you come back, it's like, hey guys, guess what?
Danny DeVito.
Jesus.
Because my face
And you're
would
like,
match my
sorry
dick."
guys, I'm not actually.
I missed that. Say again, Chet.
It'd be Danny DeVito, so my face matched my dick.
Gross.
True.
Okay.
I just don't know like who I would want to switch faces with.
I'm-
Like, I just
I'm tied for 2 faces, and I'll give the reasons
Harvey?
to you.
Harvey Two-Face or no?
No,
Oh.
no. Okay, one, you go with Hitler, and you charge people to punch you in the face. Jews got money. I've seen Hollywood. Jews got money.
Wow. So you're going based off a money-making business.
Or, yes, I am.
I feel like Jews don't want to punch Hitler. They want to murder him.
Yeah.
I feel like punching Hitler is at the bottom of the list of things they want to do to Hitler.
And would you speak in German?
I have a good one.
9. That's all I know. Okay.
Only if people ask them yes or no questions.
99999.
Option 2,
Hired me.
the less violent option. You get the face of a hot chick. You get Mila Kunis. You have an auction. Who wants me to give them a blowjob? Yeah, you use a
Point out
curtain
right
or
now that you're
something so
talking
they
about
don't see
sucking
my
a dude's
body.
dick.
For the right amount of money, I would suck a dick. I'll put it out there.
jeez.
That's
So
a
yes,
fact for
it's a
everyone.
money-making opportunity.
You're auctioning off your mouth.
I'm auctioning off my beautiful mouth.
You do
With
got
Mila
a pretty
Kunis's
mouth.
face.
I too would go for a money making scheme.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whose
Are
dick
you
are you
also
sucking?
Nope. I'm coming back, or I'm getting Steve
Taylor
Jobs'
Lautner.
face.
Oh.
That's a good call too. Steve Jobs' face, because people throw money at him all the time. Like I could put an apple on a piece of paper, and people would pay me so much money for that thing.
Yep.
This
Fact.
is the real Apple. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with Barack Obama.
High paper.
I would like to switch faces with him. One, so that I know what it's like
Your
to be.
body is white.
Wear gloves,
Yeah, no, I can cover that up. That's not bad.
suit and gloves.
I want to know what
No,
it's
it's
like
the
to be
middle of
black
summer.
and the president at the same time. I think it'd be awesome.
All right.
Just paint your face black. It's basically the same
Listen,
thing.
blackface is not accepted anywhere anymore. Trust me.
Speaking of Apple,
Some places it is.
speaking of
Like
Apple,
where?
You guys ever
Not
heard that?
Mississippi.
You guys ever heard that crazy Christian theory about Apple being like big like Antichrist association?
No, that's Monster
it's not
Energy
a theory.
drink.
Satanist.
I'm kidding.
No, because like the apple has a bite taken out of it, and it's supposedly the
Yes.
apple that.
Oh my God,
Like,
really? Like
it's
that's like reaching pretty
so-
far.
Yeah, oh my God, it's ridiculous. When you hear somebody like talk about it, like legitimately, they like legitimately believe that, it is you want to fucking punch them in the face. Like I'm not even kidding. It is ridiculous.
It's just like that Monster Energy drink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
that
gosh,
was
that lady's
amazing.
This is
nuts.
going to be my last show then?
Oh, sorry, Josh.
That's all good.
Okay, Chad. They switch.
I already said it.
Who?
Danny DeVito.
Oh,
So
yeah.
my
Shit,
dick
I
would
completely
match my
forgot about it.
face.
Short, fat, and gross,
Yep.
Josh,
covered in hair.
Josh, you got one too, didn't you?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Weird.
Wow.
Why?
'Cause he's the muscles from Brussels.
He's a pretty man.
And he was in Time Cop.
Oh my fucking god!
It all has to do with Time Cop.
Yeah.
I knew that was coming.
Just because you have his
I knew-
face doesn't mean you can go back in time.
Oh,
Well, then.
shit.
I take it back then. Never mind.
How about a dinosaur
That
face and
changes
then
everything.
I'll fuck you?
Wait, we can do dinosaurs? You didn't say that at the beginning.
They're
That
dead.
changes
Stephen
everything.
Hawking.
And you start dancing.
But it's like
That would freak some people
No,
out.
I would be freaked
But I'm
out.
still taking that voice with me.
You can't take the voice because
No.
it's not Stephen Hawking's voice. Stephen Hawking's not real. I feel like
It
we
really
talked
is
about
Weekend
this
at
last
Bernie's.
podcast.
Did we?
He's
did,
been
yes,
dead
we
for
did.
20
Yeah,
years.
he's been dead.
They just put that
It's a
grin
robot.
on his face
It's,
for all
Bill
the time.
Nye fucking with everybody. Bill Nye's got a remote
He's how,
that
no, he's
controls
how
Stephen
Skynet
Hawking's
is getting their voice out there before they take over.
Josh gonna be sitting in a wheelchair typing something out like, hello, my name's Stu. And then he's gonna get up and dance around the stage. That'd be beautiful.
I would
Like speakers pop out of the wheelchair.
That's money making. I'd pay for that.
Tonight
There
on
you
Dancing
go,
with the
money-making
Stars, very
business right
special
there.
guest Stephen Hawking.
Or I would just say the most outlandish shit that anybody could think of.
I don't,
By the way, astrophysics is complete bullshit.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I
I'm done.
The black
I
hole
made
is
this
coming.
up.
Be warned.
I feel like going on Dancing with the Stars would be the best.
As Stephen
Yeah,
Hawking.
oh, yeah. Tonight on Dancing with the Stars, very special guest Stephen Hawking.
I bet he'd do the robot.
How could he not do the robot?
Oh my god.
Okay.
To dubstep.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what the world sounds like with robot ears.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh gosh, the one other one that I had. So, if you woke up one morning and you had a vagina, you had to let one guy fuck you right in the vagina hole. Who would you let fuck you?
In the vagina hole.
In the vagina hole.
And you said I
And
can't
Dave's
use-
gone,
you said I
so-
can't use my own dick.
You can't use your own dick to fuck your own vagina.
I got it.
I don't ever want a man inside of me. So
Someone's got to fuck you.
I would-
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I would like to add. I would like to
Time
add both of the questions together, with the face switch and the vagina, and I would like to find someone roughly the same body size as mine, switch faces, and then have them fuck me.
So you'd basically be fucking yourself. It's nothing you haven't been doing for the past 20 years.
Exactly, but this time I'm gonna get something out of it.
Now for me,
I always get something out of it. You're just inconsiderate self-lover.
for me,
Agreed.
just angry.
for me in this case, if we're gonna combine questions here, I would take Danny DeVito's face and I would have Stephen Hawking fuck my vagina hole. So I could.
How does that?
I could sell
Why?
a porno
That is
because
the
I could
sweatiest
sell.
sex I think ever possible.
I could sell a porno to a
Stephen
major
Hawking
site
can't have sex with you.
with Stephen Hawking fucking Danny DeVito.
That would make 4chan explode, dude.
I know.
Seriously.
hold on.
I know.
Stephen Hawking can't have sex with you.
Bullshit.
It
Not
doesn't
in this
work.
scenario.
In this scenario, it's my fucking dream scenario. Whatever.
I think dreams is the correct word there.
You're probably right.
I would let you fuck me, Chad.
That's creepy.
I've been trying to get you laid for years, and if I have to take the bullet, you know what?
Gotta
Oh,
do
man.
it.
We're gonna get
It's
that thing
gonna
wet,
stretch out your vagina real bad.
but only the first inch and a half of
yeah,
it.
I mean, it's only gonna be
It's
the.
just
But it's gonna be the
all
size
tore
of a
up.
Coke can, fresh Coke can when it's done. Trust me.
Oh gosh! All right, so
So what movies are coming out soon?
what came out last week? That there's like two shitty movies.
Yep.
I got it pulled up here. 1 second.
We'll look at what's coming out next.
I've already got it
Yeah.
on
The
that
Hobbit
list.
already came out.
Blah 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 blah. Okay, The Woman in Black 2
Oh yeah,
did
Train
like
wreck,
15 million.
Got bad.
Yeah, it got bad reviews. Everything else was shit. This coming up week, Taken 3.
Yep. More,
Really?
more
Apparently,
Taken again.
yeah.
Yeah.
Times can-
He's not.
Why
no
doesn't
one's
he-
taken in this movie. That's what really irritates me. He's just on the run the whole time.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Who was
Yeah.
taken in the last, I guess his wife was kind of taken in the last
They were all
movie.
taken.
I didn't see
they
the
were all
second one.
taken.
Except the daughter.
Yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
the second one was crap, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah, same.
Pretty bad.
It wasn't good.
Selma's coming out.
What the fuck is Inherent Vice?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I know I've seen it.
A lot of people in that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Pulling it up. Hold on.
Inherent Vice, Selma. Which one's Selma?
That's the one where it's about Dr. Martin Luther King.
Pass. Not because of Martin Luther King.
Wow, that was a quick pass.
Yeah, I know.
That's interesting.
It's about him doing the Selma sit-ins.
Selma got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I think it's going to be a really good movie.
No way.
I swore a long time
100%.
ago. I swore a long time ago I would never watch anything with someone named Martin in it, whether
Explain.
it's fact or fiction.
Explain.
I just don't like Martin Short.
Hmm.
Just gives me an excuse not to see this one either.
The Inherent Vice is looks like it's some kind of drug movie with Joaquin Phoenix.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, that's why I thought it was
I
interesting.
thought he retired.
He became a rapper, but then he came out
Well,
when
yeah,
he failed. Then he said JK.
And he also did all those drugs like for a documentary or something, right?
Yeah.
Well, it was-
sure.
yeah, it
He
was
got
a- it was a
look- he got
documentary.
looking
It was
rough.
his
He was
rap, it was
burnt
his
out.
rap
Mockumentary.
documentary. Yeah, it was a mockumentary.
He
And
was
it's-
burnt out for
it's
years.
Funny as shit.
Yeah, oh well.
It's got.
I still remember seeing the David Letterman interview where David Letterman says, "I'm sorry you couldn't be here with us tonight." He's
Yeah.
like, yeah. That was it. I get.
that was done by Casey Affleck, and it's actually pretty funny. I watched it. It was interesting.
Mm.
Sounds like it.
Anybody got anything else?
No, I think that about wraps it up for the evening.
All right, good.
Are we definitely doing?
Battlefield Earth next week, guys.
Battlefield Earth.
Like I said, if you want to win that James Franco selfie poster,
I kind of want that.
share
Me
it. Yeah,
too.
but I'm not buying it for you.
If
No, this is
okay, if no
bullshit.
one shares, can I have it?
I want it.
No, because I'm not gonna buy it for some. I'm not gonna buy it if no one does anything.
Don't be a
Stupid.
dick, bro.
Come on.
No.
Have
All
faith, man. Have faith.
I'm sure someone's gonna.
I don't think they will.
I
We haven't
think-
had any words from our sponsors today.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Balzac. Not
This
sponsored
episode
by
was
Bull.
brought to you by Balzac, not Boar's Head.
No.
Boar's Head is a terrorist company.
And also Boar's Head.
Balzac. All right, guys. Thanks for
Um,
listening. Check us out on Twitter, gooseriot.com, all those other lovely things.
The YouTubes.
Reddit, yeah, YouTube. Well, YouTube's a little behind.
we'll
Yeah,
get
a
on
little
it.
Maybe.
We'll get on it
Thanks, guys.
later.
Peace.
Sounds-